Beep, 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 beep. Chinga su madre.
Ay, qué pedo. Now, what's your mood tonight? Are you into this shit or not really?
Oh, yeah, I'm in the mood. Shit, I'm always in the mood to talk some shit. Ya sabes.
Okay. All right. All right. Because
Ya sabes.
I had a fucking sorry ass day today, man.
Today was a bullshit day. I mean, I had one too, but you know what?
Well, I'm kind of looking forward to this shit so I can let off some fucking steam.
Oh,
So,
man.
I mean,
Oh, man. All right. Well, let's hear it because I got some shit to talk today.
I worked on getting getting a YouTube channel set up.
Sweet.
So it'll be Taco Friday podcast on YouTube, and then we'll get some videos posted of all of our episodes.
Nah.
YouTube will auto transcribe that shit. Now, with all of our pedo and fucking Spanglish and shit, I don't know how well it'll do. Dude, I'm gonna put that shit up everywhere.
Ándale.
Andale way. Did I tell you fucking Jen has a cricket? You know what those are?
Like the phone?
No.
I used to use them. They were pretty good.
Oh, dude, I want to talk about fucking cricket and via wireless.
Oh, they were my
Anyway,
homies.
dude. Okay,
Yeah.
so do you remember they were all they pegged themselves as the only phone you'll ever need
Oh
because they
my
were unlimited
God.
minutes, right?
Yeah.
But it turned out to be the only phone you'll ever throw. Like
Literally.
it was
Literally.
like, man, fuck this goddamn phone, chingue su madre, dude. I had never felt the kind of rage in my heart when the call would drop for the 15th fucking time. My God, you could not do business. You couldn't fucking even pay you couldn't even pay your cell phone bill. The call wouldn't even last that long. You couldn't call up and give them money because the call would drop. When you would go into the office and fucking complain, they had all these fuckers that couldn't even get hired at the DMV. They didn't even care that much. And they would tell you, well, I mean, you get unlimited minutes.
Right.
Just call back. I'm like,
Right.
fuck you. Are you serio right now? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, some shit isn't even worth it when it's free.
Damn it.
I mean, fuck. I gave you this free bag of fucking shit with corn in it. The corn is free too. Unlimited corn.
Now some shit that's free, like government cheese. Now that was the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some shit is hey, I mean, look, free is a relative term. Taxpayer fucking funded, but fuck it. We didn't have to pay for that shit. Yeah, it was good.
They gave you this big ass brick of cheese.
And it melted so damn good, dude.
And it did.
Damn it.
I hate to admit it, but it did. It melted like the way McDonald's cheese melts. And who knows where that comes from.
Dude, it comes from magic fucking cheese fairies.
I think so.
That's where it comes from. In a cheese forest in London.
In a cheese forest.
in a mystical fairy world.
They're little sprites, little nymphs,
little gnomes. They crank out government cheese. Those are the good old days, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. Now they just hand you a card and say, "Dale, get your own fucking cheese, bitch."
Right.
But they used to send that shit in a box and you could unwrap it. Dude, do you remember that big ass bucket of fucking peanut butter? Remember that shit? Oh, you could stir it with a big old fucking palo. You had to
Hell
stir
yeah.
with the fucking broom handle. You drop that fucker in a big old 5-pound bucket of fucking a paint bucket
Yeah,
of fucking peanut butter.
because the peanut butter and the oil had separated.
Yeah,
You actually had to go in and churn that shit yourself.
You had to churn that shit like a fucking Dutch mistress.
What the hell? Like a Dutch mistress. Damaging.
Put on your frock.
Oh my God, where are my wooden shoes? Hold on a minute. Go.
Exactly. Put on my fucking wood sandals.
My
and
wood
fucking
chanclas.
get to work.
Serio.
Oh, I'm ready to rock and roll on this shit, man. Are you ready to go?
Oh, man, I'm ready to go. Dale gas.
Let's do this shit. All right. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Taco Friday and the Taco Friday podcast. I am your host, Jaydog, and I'm here with my buddy Eric.
¿Qué pasó, Jay?
Get on the way.
Get on that way.
Eric, what the fuck is going on? Seriously.
Jay, how are you?
Hola, Che.
Órale,
See,
Che.
you learned.
I learned it. I listened to it.
You learned it?
I learned it from last week.
From last
Órale,
week.
Che.
Órale, Che. CHE. The Che Guevara.
Like Che Guevara. That's it. Órale, Che. Ándale.
Oh, man. Finally.
How are you?
Today has been one of those motherfucking days, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude. It was just, where nothing fucking goes right,
Oh, man. Well, I think Mercury is retrograde, and I think also Venus.
Oh, come on. Just fucking enough with that shit, man.
Hey, I'm just saying, I didn't make the planets.
I don't practice Santeria.
I don't make no crystal balls. Órale.
Hey, I don't think those are the lyrics, Holmes.
No, well, ni madre.
Damn.
But I am wearing my tie-dye psychedelic Jerry Garcia shirt. Órale!
Orale, hey, man. I'm going to illegally record you.
I was thinking we would talk about tacos today.
Hey, man, stop. You're fucking me up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're reminding me of something right now, and I don't like it.
Damn it. Jay, I have a question for you.
Go.
All right. Now, in your house, when you were a kid, I have a little informal survey here. Okay? Just answer yes or no. This is just a real quickie.
How many people are you asking this shit?
Am I the only one? For you. I'm only asking you.
Okay. Right. Well, the survey results will be easy to tally.
That's right. Okay. So, Jay, have you ever eaten papas con weenies?
Papas con weenies?
Papas con weenies in a taco, yes or no?
Of course I have, man. What kind of fucking bullshit question is that?
Okay, thank you very much for your reply. Have you ever eaten papas con chorizo, yes or no?
Yes.
Have you ever eaten papas con papas?
Dumbest fucking survey I've ever taken.
No. Papas con weenies, papas con chorizo, papas con eggs.
Yeah, eggs.
Papas con eggs.
Papas and huevo? Yeah,
that's right. Well, okay.
It's its own dish.
Have you ever just had like a papas taco? Like that's all you get in the taco is just papas con papas?
Yeah, but I mean, I won't order that shit. Matter of fact, I won't really order any of that shit anywhere else. That's shit you make at home. You know what I mean?
That's true. But I'm just asking you if you had that shit.
Yeah, man, I've had that shit.
Okay, hold on. Have you ever had huevos con frijol tacos in the morning?
Huevos con frijol.
Yes or no?
I want to say I must have, but I can't remember a specific instance of bean and eggs taco. No.
Oh, okay. Have you ever had frijoles and papas taco?
Well, I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, wait. I got one for you.
Okay, dale.
Have you ever had butter and nothing taco?
You know what? I have.
That is a hell of a snack, man.
Damn. Just a tortilla with butter in it, fold over.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now here's how you prepare it.
But
wait.
Hold on.
Come on.
I gotta be honest, Jay.
Yeah.
Rarely would I just put the mantequilla in the little taquito that you're describing. I would cheat.
Well, wait. Because there's only one way to prepare the buttered tortilla.
Okay.
In my eyes.
All right.
This is the gourmet way of preparing your buttered tortilla. So there's been, a lot of people are doing these induction burners on their stoves these days, but if you're too poor to afford that shit, then you got that little that coil fucking electric burner on your stove.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, the electric stove. Okay, yeah.
So you got that fucked up ass, coil.
Yeah.
Well, that's all that does is fuck up your tortilla. You've got to have a gas stove with the flame.
Oh, yeah.
For you could heat the house up too.
Yeah.
When the fucking heater goes out.
That's
but
true.
So you just leave on the burner.
Yes.
And let it, let the kitchen heat up.
Yes.
You've got to throw your tortilla on this. See, this is why they're trying to eliminate gas stoves in California, and I think it disproportionately affects fucking Mexicans when you try to eliminate gas stoves from Mexican households.
That's racist.
That's
racist.
I don't even know if it's racist. All I know is it's fucked up because you're taking away my perfectly fucking charred tortilla, which you got to put on an open flame. You've got to develop enough calluses on your fingers to be able to flip that shit so you don't burn your fingers, right?
Yes.
It makes a man or a woman out of you to be able to flip your fucking tortilla without getting your hand burned. And the younger you can learn this shit, the better off you're going to be for the rest of your fucking life. Okay.
Well, that serves two purposes. You can flip tortillas, and when the cops come and they try to fingerprint, you don't have fingerprints.
That's right. Burns them right off, man.
It burns it off.
Yeah.
That shit's all smooth.
Right.
But wait a minute. Wait. What happened? So you were telling me you made a taco with mantequilla.
No, it's a joke, man. It's just a butter tortilla. Fucking try to keep up. So you take you flip the tortilla, and it's got to be a flour tortilla, right? I'm not talking about a corn tortilla. It doesn't quite work as well.
I've done it. I didn't like it, but I have done it.
Yeah, it's possible. But you know what? Save your corn tortillas for your menudo. So
okay.
So flour tortilla, you get that shit nice black chart so it bubbles up, so the air fills it like a little hot air balloon.
Right.
And then it bubbles up over top. Then it's ready. Right. So then you flip that shit, and now the smell, right? Now the smell.
Right. The char.
The char gets on the tortilla, then you flip it and do the same to the other side, and it inflates again, and you can smell when it's ready.
Yes.
And then you take that shit and you take your butter, your stick of butter, and you open it on the end.
Yeah.
You don't slice a piece of butter off and use the knife and shit. No. You open up the end of the stick of butter and you just and you use the wrapped end as your handle to protect your fingers from all the grease, and you just
yeah,
you just scrape the open end onto the tortilla, and then you roll that shit up, and then you let the grease and butter drip all over your shirt while you eat that shit.
Oh yeah.
And that, sir, and then so the residual effect is on that open end of butter. You've got all these little black pieces from the tortilla littering that shit.
It's like when you use the soap. It's like when you use the soap to like wipe your balls, and then you get the soap left over, and it's got all these.
No, it's not at all like that.
It's just like that. The little flakes are on the mantequilla the same way as they are on the soap.
No, God damn it! Exactly. You fucking ruined a perfect snack with an image of fucking soap on your balls. I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Look, if you don't recognize the pelos, they're probably yours.
Dude, that's
just saying.
I have no idea what that even fucking means.
But wait a minute. If you now wait a minute. This might turn into a heated debate for a second here. Now, is a folded over flour tortilla with mantequilla, is that a taco?
Or just say fucking butter. It's shorter.
Is it a taco? Don't deflect.
I think it's a butter taco. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with it. You want to know why?
Why? Dime why?
Because if I can make fucking lettuce sandwich because we're out of fucking bologna.
Yes.
And all we have is lettuce and maybe some mayo or mustard and that Betsy Ross bullshit white bread. Yes. And I can call that lettuce sandwich.
Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross. La Betsy Ross makes it more. That way you can be American and not have to buy that fucking bullshit bimbo.
Bimbo. Well, it's just respeto, you know. I just, you know, hey, La Betsy Ross, you need the flag, you know. I can't. I'm not trying to,
you know, like.
I'm not trying to take away her respeto. She's La Betsy Ross.
Her credibility is not in question.
Exactly.
Discredit.
Okay, so last question on my early morning taco survey. Did you ever make peanut butter and jelly tacos?
No, I couldn't. That's a bridge too far, Eric. I'm sorry.
You know what? I grew up on peanut butter and jelly tacos, buddy. It's true.
Dude.
It's true.
No, man. I'm sorry. Yes. I can't get there. Get there.
Yeah.
No.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
No, fuck that,
I eat that shit to this day. Sometimes.
Peanut butter and jelly taco?
Yeah, it's more just nostalgia than anything, but like.
Actually, you know? Just the very thought of that actually makes me want to kick your ass.
Hey, bring it. Bring it.
Dale, bitch.
Dale, cabrón. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, cabrón.
Dale, bitch. Échale, way.
Orange juice or Sunny Delight?
Oh, fuck orange juice all day long, man. But yes, fuck Sunny Delight. God damn it.
Fuck Sunny Delight. It's got vitamin C, cabrón. That makes it orange juice.
So does orange juice from real oranges, man. Look, real oranges, first of all, they were aplenty in the backyard. Okay, so we could just go pick oranges. Okay, and if not,
I had an orange tree in the backyard. Damn it! Not all of us have orange trees, Jay. Some of us were growing fucking persimmons, and fuck persimmons.
We have those too, man. We have those.
No, ni madres. You can have all the persimmons.
Oh fuck, persimmons are good, dude.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. All right. Well, we can agree to disagree.
You got to have nuts to fucking eat persimmons.
You got to have no taste buds to eat persimmons. but that's just me.
No, man. But see, I don't like that. I don't really like orange juice that's been, prepackaged and put in the cartons and all that shit. I mean, I'll drink it. The more pulp, the better. But what I really like is a Washington navel orange. In California we grow navel oranges, and when you pick that shit and you fresh squeeze that, that is a special kind of heaven, and it's cheap as fuck because you can just get oranges from the guy in the corner.
I'm talking about citrus punch. I don't know why you're trying to bring up all this organic. I'm trying to live an organic lifestyle.
As opposed to all that fucking inorganic food that you've been eating.
Hey. Sunny Delight's where it's at. And if you disagree, we're going to have words, cabrón.
All right, look, hey, man, fuck Sunny D. That's all I'm saying. Man. I'm not trying to...
All right.
I'm not trying to be pissed about your life choices, but that's a bad one.
Next time I see you, don't let me catch you in the street, cabrón.
You can't catch me, fucker.
Well, that's true. But if I catch you, vas a ver.
Shit, man. All I have to do is induce a fucking asthma attack in your ass.
It's exertional asthma. I only have asthma when I exert myself.
So how you got out of PE, cabrón?
That's how I got out of PE, cabrones! Woohoo! That's how I got my D in PE and graduated.
You nailed it.
Nailed it. Ándale, cabrones. Damn it. Okay, well that's all I wanted to know about the breakfast poll.
Okay, well, speaking of breakfast, there is one universally renowned member of the breakfast table that comes around basically every Sunday. Okay? If you're in good spirits and you have a good relationship with your aunts and your grandma, then there is one member of the breakfast table that should not go unrecognized, and that's the pan dulce. Now,
absolutely.
Now, I'm not talking about pan dulce specifically. I'm talking about the whole experience of acquiring the pan dulce.
Oh yeah.
Which is the panadería. Dude, the mystic land where breads are acquired.
Oh yeah.
Now, dude, I found this shit out. Like, I'm so embarrassed. I didn't know this shit.
What?
Pan dulce is like a holdover from the French occupation. Like that shit was they came in and did their French shit, and Mexicans were like, yeah, that's cool, but how about this? And then they took all of the good tasting French shit with all the flavor and turned it into a bunch of fucking flavorless items and a few good tasting items.
There you go. Damn it.
So the first lesson that I learned as a kid, in the panaderia and when choosing the pan at the table, is to not let the fucking pink color guide your choice. It looks so good, Eric. It looks so fucking good, even to this day.
You know what it does?
Good. It looks appetizing.
And that crazy Willy Wonka yellow color.
Dude, I know. Yeah. You know? That fucking Oompa Loompa.
Yes.
Yes.
The Oompa Loompa yellow.
It's like unnatural, man.
Yes, it is.
But it looks so appetizing. I'm thinking like the pink shit, like the pink, the big fucking pink cookie.
Yes.
I have no idea how something that looks so fucking appetizing could taste so fucking terrible. That shit, I mean, who buys that shit?
I will tell you who buys that shit. My brother buys that shit.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Why?
My oldest brother,
buys the pink fucking cookie?
He gets sucked into it every time. Every time. It's kind of like the Mexicano, the Chicano dating relationship. It's like when Hector smacks his wife and then tells her, "Mija, I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again." And then she forgives him. That's the pink cookie.
That's the pink cookie in our life.
That's the pink cookie experience right there. It looks good, and you're like, "Oh fuck, maybe they figured it out this time. Maybe they added enough sugar and enough butter, enough whatever lo que sea." But
yeah, or you're at a different panaderia than you would normally go to.
Right.
So you figure, that must just be a regional thing.
Right.
Not all the pink cookies could taste like shit. No, fuck that. They all taste like if they taste like anything, they taste terrible.
You know what? I gotta agree. I have to
what the fuck is
point.
that?
I have to concede this point. I don't know. I don't know why.
Because there's a lot of shit that tastes good at the panaderia.
Yeah,
I mean, I like pan dulce. I do. Okay, Eric, what's your favorite pan at the panaderia?
Oh shit! Are you really gonna do this to me on the air?
Well, yeah, you do this shit to me all the time.
All right. Look, if I had to pick one go-to pan, it would be a pumpkin.
Yes.
Empanada.
Yeah, calabazas. But it's pretty damn good.
My emotions get tied up in that shit, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because I grew up eating some boom ass empanadas as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was this bakery that used to have a little bakery truck that would roll by the house from a bakery called Blanco's over in Fresno, California. And they used to roll by like at least once a week. And they had everything in there, but I could always count on my grandpa to get a bag full of pumpkin empanadas, and they were perfect. I mean, the bread was soft. The pumpkin inside filling, it was sweet, but it wasn't too sweet. It had canela, but I wasn't eating pieces of bark. I mean, it was good times.
Yeah.
Man, I'd have to say it's the empanada.
See, this is not my favorite. I'll get to my favorite in a second, but I like the vainilla, the cream filled empanada.
Man, I knew you were gonna say some shit like that.
Dude, but that shit is good.
You know what?
And I like the cream filling in my churro too. Like I like that shit.
What?
What? You don't like that shit?
No, I don't.
And I like when they do an apple filling in that shit too.
Okay, now apple, I'm down for.
Well, fuck you if you don't like cream, and fuck you, man.
I don't. I hate that shit.
Well, good. More for me.
Why? Because that custard inside of the empanada, it tastes weird.
No.
It's sorry.
Just pudding, man. Calm the fuck down.
Man. No,
it's just fucking pudding, man.
Nah.
I mean, don't try to get all fucking crazy with that shit.
Nah, man. You know what? I want to believe that, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. No.
Well, fuck. Okay. All right.
I don't know.
But here's my favorite. Okay.
All right. What's your favorite?
I like that shit, but it's a little sweet for me these days. My favorite bun Ready?
Dale.
Is the oreja. I love that shit.
What? Are you shitting me? The freaking oreja. Come on, Jay.
That shit is good in coffee, man.
Oh,
it's good.
Hell no. That extra crispy bullshit. No, man. No.
Fuck you, man. That shit is good. Yes. Cinnamon and sugar, and it's all flaky. Yes. That shit is my shit. Yes, sir. No. Yes, sir.
It's a good thing I met you later in life, Jay, because had we been kids, nah, man. Nah.
Well, what? You just wouldn't have eaten it, and then I would have had it, and we would have been fine. And you could have all the fucking calabaza you want, and I would just call you fucking calabaza.
Damn,
and that would have been your fucking. That would have been your nickname.
Damn it! Look here, calabaza.
Hey, the calabaza over here. He's 15 fucking empanadas in.
Damn it.
And they're all calabaza.
You know what? I mean, no. You know what? No. No.
What about the concha? How do you feel about the concha?
You know what's funny is my grandma's name was Concha. Yeah. And when I learned that those things were called conchas, I thought they were named after my grandma.
Oh, well. Well, there's no accounting for intellect, Eric.
I thought one day I asked my grandpa I said, Grandpa, what are these called in Spanish? And he said, se llaman conchas. And I was just like, oh, okay, like grandma. And then he just nodded his head and didn't clear it up for me. And then he put it on a plate and took some coffee to my grandma and said, aquí está su concha. And then
all right,
I just made the association that they were named after my grandma. But I didn't realize that conchas for a long time, I didn't understand this, that a concha was a shell and that the outside of the concha is supposed to look like a seashell.
Yeah, a conch shell. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Well, boy, were you dumb as a kid.
Thanks. Thanks for that. Damn it. No, Jay, I just made bad associations in a multilingual environment. Thank you very much. God, way to go. Way to go, Jay. Damn it. Nah.
Oh my God, dude.
No, in my heart of hearts, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me some pumpkin empanadas. That's a special place.
Well, I think we've established that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
but what I really love, are the cuernos. The little cuernos, the little flaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't like the oreja?
No.
No, because you're a bitch. I can't say that I
do. Yeah. I'm a bitch because I don't like some flaky, tasteless bullshit. Okay, yeah, I guess
they're basically the same thing. They're just shaped different. Like the cuernos are almost exactly the same thing.
No, they are not. I don't know where the hell you buy your
puff pastry.
No, man, that's some bullshit. You're talking about orejas. You know what an oreja is? An oreja is the leftovers from some other good pan dulce that was starting to get made, that got made, and they're like, oh, fuck, well, I don't want to fuck up my profit margin. Here, let me just wrap this shit up into a fucking pinwheel and burn it on two sides, and I'll sell it. Damn it. And your dumb ass comes by, hey, that looks good. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Oh, the shells are full of fucking shit that should taste good and just doesn't.
But you know what, though, Jay? One thing about Mexican panaderías,
yeah,
is they don't do donuts right. Unfortunately.
No, God, no.
They always fuck it up.
They always fuck up the donut, and they proudly display that shit, the sugar cover and the glaze. And
why?
I'm like, cause they didn't learn. They just and don't care to. No. It's the same reason they keep selling that damn pink cookie. Maybe they think it tastes good. I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
All I can tell you is in 100% of the panaderias across the world, the bitch behind the counter could give two shits.
Oh, yeah. No, they don't give two shits about a donut.
No, about any of it.
No.
The donut, the cookie, the fucking cuerno, none of it. The concha, she don't give a fuck. She's just counting, and then she tells you your total and looks at you like, pay the fuck up.
Right.
And then get the fuck out of here. She don't like they don't even wash off the tray. No, they just fucking knock the sugar off and stick it back in the stack.
Well, don't you love that self-service model? I think Mexicanos or Latinos or whoever the hell that came up with it, I think they were onto something a long time ago. You know, like how you go to the grocery store and they make you like ring up your own shit? That's kind of what they were doing at the Panadería, if you think about it back in the day.
Yeah.
Because they were like, here's your tray, here's your tongs, go get the shit you want, and then bring it up to me.
Yeah, hey, go get it. I'm not your fucking slave.
Right? Right? I'm not your fucking slave. Don't be trying to tell me something. Just go get your pan, cabrón.
Yeah. Hey, you go get it and bring it back, and I'll tell you how much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, my God, dude. That's funny as hell.
Hell yeah. Now, did you guys buy bolillo?
Oh, no, fuck no. That's bread,
what?
Eric.
No, Jay.
Just call it.
No, bolillo is bolillo. Or there's teleras too, but I mean.
Eric, it's bread, okay? Just call it bread.
Jay, there is a difference. A bolillo.
It's bread.
Is like a little French roll, cabrón. And a telera is like what they make tortas out of a lot of times.
I know the fucking difference, man, but just call it bread. It's fucking bread.
But they taste different. One's more crispy.
But bread is one syllable, and bolillo takes so fucking long to say. It's like mantequilla.
Oh, you know what? I got to tell you. Man, I have a special place in my heart for some bolillo. Because bolillo, you can eat it when it's soft, just like real soft, you know, whatever, with some mantequilla, you're good.
Yeah, but when it gets dry, you can go and you can put it out in the garden and you can make a cobblestone road.
Cabrón. No, I'm trying to tell you a story.
In 2 hours when it dries out.
No, just listen.
Oh.
Well, you get the bolillo, and like once it starts to firm up, there's like a life cycle of the bolillo. And as it starts to firm up, you can use it for like a good sandwich. But by like day 3,
God, I think you're being generous. Day 3, I think the half-life on a fucking piece of bolillo is about.
Just listen.
It's about 62 minutes.
No, I'm getting somewhere with this.
Go.
So like on day 1, you just eat it when it's soft. Day 2, it's good for like a good crispy sandwich. Day 3, it's already starting to get hard. But on day 3, that shit is bomb when you're dunking it inside some albóndigas or some caldo de res. Oh, that shit's bomb. And then now this is a question. By day 4, it's hard as a rock. And yes, I agree, you could cobblestone your walkway with that shit. But you could also cut that shit up into little like pieces and make capirotada. Did you guys ever make capirotada?
No, fuck no.
Oh shit, dude. Dude, I love me some capirotada. Oh yeah, you get the old pieces of the pan. You even get some pieces of tortilla. You get raisins. Put that shit in there with some eggs, a little bit of cream, Some of that piloncillo, some of that old school Mexican candy shit. I think it's piloncillo. I don't know. Put that shit in the oven. Oh man, that's some bomb ass dessert right there. You never got down on capirotada?
No.
Oh,
no. I don't think I've ever had it. Fuck. Now I gotta go on a hunt.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Jay, look. Next time you go to the panaderia, look for this little cube, this little square.
Yeah.
And it has all these weird shapes and shit in there. It looks like Han Solo. It looks like Han Solo got frozen in that shit. Each one. If you haven't had one, try it.
Is there gonna be a little fucking plastic like monito in there?
Could be. Uno no sabe. The same.
Well, I'll tell you what else is unexpected to find at the fucking panaderia. To those who are uninitiated, is the fucking utility and the bill pay service, the fucking check cash and the money order and shit. Yeah, so when we come back from the break, I want to talk about all the ancillary services you can find at the fucking panaderia. You can get some business done, is all I'm saying, man.
Damn. Hey, kill two birds with one stone.
All right, and then before during the break, I'm gonna have to fucking fight you over orejas. All right.
It won't be a fight. You can have my orejas.
All right, cool. All right, we'll get down after the break. It is Taco Friday. It is the Taco Friday podcast, and we're talking about crazy shit you find at the panaderia. And Eric, there's certain shit that makes sense as an ancillary service at the panaderia. Yep. Like, basically anything food related is an easy hop for me to make. Even especially the celebratory shit. Like, you can find all those crazy ass cakes.
Yeah.
And, with Mickey Mouse, but he doesn't quite look like Mickey Mouse. He looks more like Ricky Mouse.
Yeah, there you go.
And you can find agua fresca. That's always a good find at the panaderia. My favorite, piña. Piña has to be perhaps the best fruit flavor on planet Earth. I can understand why they limited on the Hawaiian Islands, they limited pineapple to royalty for the longest time. I get it. You know what I mean? So there's certain shit that just makes sense. I can even make the hop when they've got 15 fucking Power Rangers fucking piñatas hanging from the rafters and shit.
Right.
It's Power Rangers hasn't been fucking relevant for 20 years, but they've still got the SpongeBob piñata that was forged 10 years ago that's still hanging from the rafters. I mean, I can make the leap on shit like that. But one thing that has always just fucking baffled me is the utility pay, the bill pay, right? You got that fucker behind that plexiglass fucking in that room, and he's now check cashing. I fucking get. I mean, that's a crazy ass bill pay or business model. Check cashing is basically this, Eric. I'm gonna sell you back your own money.
Damn, dude.
It's oh, you have $100? Cool. I'll give you $93 for that shit. And you're yeah, cool, man. That's great. Because you can't make it over to fucking Bank of America and shit. You know? I mean,
here's my 2 cents on it. I mean, okay, so as a kid, I remember I know for a fact that my dad cashed one or several checks at the panaderia or the liquor store. The liquor store does that shit too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, a lot of times. Or a small grocery or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and they would charge like $1 or whatever for a check cashing service. Or they'd say, come get your checks cashed for free. I mean, if you buy $10 worth of product or whatever. So I can see that as like a marketing mechanism. But ultimately, though, here's what I think. I think there are a lot of people in the Latino community that are unbanked, that don't trust banks. And if they know the guy behind the counter, the panadero or the butcher or whoever, and you establish that relationship, then I think a lot of Latinos that don't have bank accounts or they don't have the best IDs, they go and they get their shit cashed and they get their food and they go on about their day.
All right, I guess, man. I mean, whatever.
But that's the check cashing side of it. I get that part of it.
That's a check cashing shit. I mean, but I can understand a store wanting to generate foot traffic and shit, but like utilities, I can't understand why the fuck you would set yourself up for a fucking argument. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right. I mean, motherfuckers don't want to go in and pay their fucking utility bill anyway, and you're like setting, and then you become an agent of the fucking city or whatever, and now you're just setting that shit up. Well, why are you charging me all kinds of late fees? It's like, motherfucker, I'm not charging you. Right. The city is all I am. Is just I'm a receptacle. I'm like a giant fucking mailbox because your ass doesn't want to fucking put a stamp on an envelope or go down to the city hall or wherever the fuck and pay that shit. I can understand the convenience from a consumer side. I mean, I get that shit. Well, fuck, man, I'm just gonna walk down to the corner store, walk down to the panaderia and pay my fucking water bill or my fucking light bill or whatever. Yeah. And you get that shit handled, and it's probably fucking 2 months overdue anyway and shit. So you got to get that shit like paid right now, or they're gonna fucking turn your shit off. I mean, I get that shit, but why the fuck would you fucking offer that shit in your store and set yourself up to be the recipient of the ire of Jose Q fucking bill payer?
Right.
What the fuck?
Well, again, I think it goes back to those members of the community that they don't speak English too good.
Is that how fucking Mexicans sound to you, man?
Yeah, I know speak too good.
I have to work Friday.
Friday.
I have to work Friday. Taco Friday.
Taco Friday. No, I mean, I think there's language well, okay, think about it. Okay, the internet became a thing like in the 90s. But for me, when I was a little kid, a little mocoso running around going to panaderia with my grandparents, because I mostly went with my grandparents. I mean, there was no internet to deal with, there was a phase where you could go on your phone. Remember, everybody wanted you to call in and make your phone, your pay bills over the phone with this new touch tone technology. Remember when touch tone phones were like new technology?
Oh man. Chinga su madre. When you could still buy a fucking a digital or a push button phone, but it gave you the option for pulse.
Right, for Pulse.
It's like
the hell?
To represent like the push button version of a fucking rotary telephone. What the fuck was that shit? That shit was obnoxious as hell, man. Because it was like this would have taken me 2 seconds to dial your phone number. Now I have to fucking sit here and wait the next 9 minutes while the fucking beeps and blops fucking kick in while you replicate the time it takes to dial a rotary telephone. That shit doesn't make any damn sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people, like in the late 70s, 80s, and before even, but I'm only thinking about this from like the tail end of the 70s into like the mid to late 90s, or late 70s towards the late 80s. That 10-year block of time.
All right.
That's when I remember that. But I saw a lot of people, they would have all of their bills in a stack, and then because they were unbanked, they would have a big wad of cash, and then they would just go to the Panadería, the liquor store, boom, 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 boom. They'd pay everything de una vez, and it was just convenience.
But I mean, I get that. I get the convenience side from the consumer standpoint. That's my point. But what the fuck from the business owner standpoint? What do they get out of it? Do they just get foot traffic? Is that all?
No, they get a little slice. Shit, they're getting cut in for a slice, bro. Don't think they're doing that for charity's sake.
No. Fuck that. No, fuck that shit. They don't. I looked into that shit. No, they don't. They don't, because it's usurious, and they fucking shut that shit down, and you can't charge extra for fucking utilities and bill pay.
But they will
postal order, money orders or whatever the fuck. Or you can charge a little, like 50 cents or whatever for the money order, but you can't charge extra to, like,
I didn't say extra.
When they're selling like stamps, or they're acting as the post office too, you see that shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't sell stamps for extra. A lot of people just put it in their stores as a way to generate people inside the store. But you can't charge extra for that shit.
No, but sometimes some of the utilities, they will give the store itself a premium for handling en masse or in bulk different kinds of bills. I've seen it. I could show you the agreements for that shit somewhere. I've seen it. It's not a lot. It's like, they get a certain dollar value for a certain volume of interaction, because for them, it helps keep lines short. It helps keep people off of their customer service. And it's a convenience factor. It's a win-win-win. It's just like these damn red boxes. They put these red boxes out in front of the different supermarkets. Why? Because you got to return that shit the next day.
That's they know that you're shit. Do people still go to fucking Redbox? People still do that shit?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's a thing.
People are still going to fucking Redbox?
Yes.
I can just imagine you just fucking wandering around town looking for the last fucking Blockbuster.
Hey, I had good times
there was
at Blockbuster.
There was one. No, there was one. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. There was one. Where is this shit? There was one.
I was talking about this the other day to somebody. You remember how we would walk through a video store, and it's like you didn't have an idea in mind about what you wanted to see. You just wanted to see something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you would just wander up and down, the rows or the aisles, whatever the hell. Yeah. Look at the specials they'd have on the wall.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And you would just pick some shit arbitrary.
Yeah.
I kind of miss those days.
People do that now. They just do it digitally.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same, man. But fucking shit changes.
That's true.
Shit. I mean,
that's true. But I miss those days.
People just do it on their remote control now.
Yeah.
People are having watch parties and shit.
Yeah.
You can log in. Yeah, you can log in and watch the same shit with your friends. It's cool.
No, and that's great. That's great. But I'm talking about like the video store days when you'd be walking down an aisle and you had no intention of stopping down like the rom-com aisle. You know.
Do you remember when we went and we did that, you and I, and we fucking got turned on to Rudy Ray Moore and Petey Wheatstraw that way?
Yeah.
Yes, man.
That was
that's
by
some
accident.
good shit.
And that was totally a happy accident.
Oh my God. That cover on that fucking tape was so damn funny. I had to watch it. We instantly, it was like the like Excalibur. And a fucking like a bright light shone from behind the fucking video cassette case, and it called to us.
Yeah, it did.
Only the pure of heart can open this VHS.
Right? We both walked past it, and we both went,
I must watch this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was some good shit, man.
Yeah.
To this day, I'll watch Petey Wheatstraw at least once a year. Yes, sir. At
Your
least
name
once a year.
Will be Petey Wheatstraw.
Petey Wheatstraw. Dude, that opening theme is the fucking shit. Damn it. Petey Wheatstraw. Now I want to watch that shit, man.
I know, right? We should have a Petey Wheatstraw watch party, Jay.
Oh, hell yes.
That'd be bomb.
I don't think Netflix carries it. They don't carry any of the fucking shit I ever want to see.
No.
Not when I want to see it anyway.
I know, right?
Oh, man.
Did you see that movie with Eddie Murphy, the recent one? The
biopic? Yeah. Yeah, my name is Dolomite. Oh, Dolomite is my name. Yeah,
what did you think about that movie?
my name. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was great.
There was a duo that they kept promoting, and I'm pretty sure that they were in more than one movie. But do you remember Leroy and Skillet?
Oh, hell yeah, Leroy and Skillet, man. Funny motherfuckers. Leroy and Skillet.
Yo, ass
Who names
so
their kid
big,
Skillet?
Right? Her ass was so big.
No, that was him. That was his line.
Oh, that's true. That
was Rudy Ray Moore's line.
Oh, that's right. That's right. When
Leroy and Skillet were just cutaway guys, man. They were like Keystone Cops and shit, man.
Right.
Yeah.
They were like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern of the Dolomite blaxploitation films.
Oh my gosh, so good.
It was
that motherfucker was no excuses, man.
No, man.
No excuses.
No excuses. Just get her done.
Get her done, man. Make it happen.
Oh yeah.
Against unspeakable odds.
Oh yeah. Totally. Totally.
But he filled a need, man. He filled a need. I guess in that way, Petey Wheatstraw is kind of related to what we're talking about, filling a need. A need, like, hey, man. Well, yeah. I mean, certain populations don't think about these like particular needs that, Mexican community really takes advantage of. And I guess if you're close to the problem, like Rudy Ray Moore was with his, he was filling a need with his movies, or like these panaderos and trying to offer fucking bill pay and check cash in and money order and SpongeBob fucking piñatas and whatever the fuck else, just to get people in the building.
You know, when you go to the Panadería and you see all those shelves of different piggy banks. Did you ever get one of those little piggy banks from the Panadería?
Man, yes.
I did.
The ones with the piggy banks, they're all shaped like different animals.
Yeah.
They've got all that ornate fucking painting all over that shit. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's all painted fake fucking terracotta.
That's right. That's right. And then as a kid,
if you get enough of them and you put them into a fucking tomb, they'll fucking resurrect after you enter the afterlife and help you conquer the next fucking the kingdom next to you.
Damn it. No, that's true though. Jane, okay. Yeah. Do you remember this about the panaderías? Do you remember how in like December and in January you'd go get your pan and you'd get your new calendar that either had the image of the Virgin Mary or it had that Aztec warrior carrying his old lady?
Yeah, that's ubiquitous. Man, George Lopez makes that part of his fucking his comedy, dude.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, dude. That's a huge part of it. That's one of his shtick, dude.
Oh,
it's hilarious.
Yeah,
oh, dude. He's the fucking king. He's the fucking man. Yeah, dude.
Oh, he's comedy.
You got to pick one up.
You got to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a must.
It's a must.
How are you gonna know when to fucking go to church?
Right?
If you don't have one of those fucking calendars.
Exactly.
Ay, cabrón, it's Sunday already.
Exactly.
Madre de Dios, Santa Maria.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can buy your candle there too. You can buy your lottery candle.
Yeah.
So you can win the fucking lottery. Oh,
right. Right. Yeah. And if you're gonna engage in some, little side action brujeria, you just get the right,
get the right combo.
Get the right combination.
Oh man.
And sometimes there was like an ojo místico kind of like,
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. Or like in the breezeway, the causeway between the panadería and the like the ojo místico or the fucking the candle shop.
Right.
There was like it was like a connector that was that was closed off with like an iron gate,
right.
Because they don't want to open up at the same fucking time, right? Because they're two separate owners. Right. So it's like, hey, if I'm not here, I need to pull down the gate between.
And that then became the model, boys and girls, for the swap mall. The indoor swap mall. When the hell did the indoor swap mall become a thing?
I'm not even prepared to fucking talk about the fucking swap mall right now. I do want to talk about some of this other shit though. Like we're talking about so the blaxploitation movies were like movies that were for a certain population, and it was like a movie, but it was like a fucked up ass version of a blockbuster,
Yeah.
Or you've got these utilities and bill pays and money order and check cashing, and it's like a bank.
Damn it, dude.
It's like a bank, but at the bakery. It's like, and there's just like, there's no shortage in the long ass fucking list of what I call, Eric, Jim Crow for Mexicans.
Oh, damn it. Oh, shit.
It's like the separate water fountain for Mexicans.
Wow.
But across a whole host of services. So when we come back from the break, I want to talk about Jim Crow for Mexicans, and I want to talk about the first thing out of my mouth is the fucking shitty cell phone data plans that you got to settle for when you are in a certain demographic, Eric.
Damn it. All right, let's do this.
Cricket Wireless, anyone? All right. After the break. It's Taco Friday. It is the Taco Friday podcast. It is the day of the week to talk about fucked up shit in our universe, Eric. And
right?
One of the fucking, like, Eric, what the fuck is up with these fucking Obama phones, man? I mean,
dude, they're great.
No, they're not great.
They're not great?
They're the opposite of fucking great, man. Like, dude, I mean, so I feel like...
Hold on a minute, Jay. This Obama phone doesn't look so bad to me.
Oh, dude, that shit, like, they don't ring half the time. Then you go to connect and you want to go watch videos, but then that shit's all pixelated and fucking buffering and shit.
Damn.
And I feel like collectively, like as a nation, we develop really cool shit and then get the nation like addicted to it. And then we realize, oh, fuck, not everybody can afford that shit. So we develop like these national, like technological and sociological fucking hand-me-downs. And, you know,
Damn.
it's like when your older brother handed down that fucking shirt from the fucking 70s.
Damn.
Or those big ass pants.
Yeah.
You know, and then everybody just started having to wear their pants down around their ass and act like they meant to do that shit because they got the fucking hand-me-downs. Like, oh yeah, man, this is the style. No, puto, you are wearing fucking big ass pants because that shit don't fit.
Damn, dude.
Like, I feel like that's what we're doing with the rest of shit in the country, beginning with phones, dude.
Damn,
these phones, they're all
deep.
And then they're like these shitty ass fucking, everybody's fucking cell phone has a broken ass fucking screen. Like, I don't think I've seen one Obama phone that doesn't have a fucking cracked screen, man.
Dang, dude.
Like, what the fuck?
Wow. Well, you know what?
I'm serious, man.
Okay, so you remember, speaking of utility bills, do you remember when you were like low rent and you met the income requirements or whatever the hell?
Yeah.
You could qualify for that lifeline.
Yeah, universal lifeline. No,
universal
I know.
lifeline. Okay.
No, I know. This is the latest iteration of that shit.
Right. I mean, because who even still has a landline, really? I mean, a few people do, I suppose. But...
Nobody, because we all convinced the world, like Silicon Valley, Apple, basically convinced the world that you need a portable fucking connection device to connect yourself to the world. Oh, not you, poor people. You don't need that shit just quite yet. Let us fucking work out all the kinks, and then let us roll out all the fucked up shit to you. And we'll let all the people who can afford it, like, pay for it and have all the good shit. They can have the fucking Verizon connection at full price, and you get all the fucked up shit. You get whatever fucking Ordonez network, Telmex, whatever the... I don't even know what the fucking network is that these shit dams run on.
Damn it. I can tell you.
Yeah? Okay, well, tell me.
Yeah, I think it runs on Virgin.
Virgin?
Yeah. And then I think Virgin dovetails or piggybacks off of something else. I think Sprint.
Oh, man.
I think. I could be wrong.
Just selling... Do you remember when, speaking of Sprint, so Sprint was one of the first, like, digital offerers.
Yeah.
And then they ended up selling a bunch of their fucking customers to a company called Via. Remember Via Wireless? Yeah.
Via Worthless?
Yeah, Via Worthless.
Yes. Yes, I remember. Yeah,
they coined themselves as the only phone you'll ever need because they were the first ones to offer unlimited phone calls, right?
Oh,
unlimited minutes, and you used to have to pay in blocks of minutes and either 60 minutes or they were given 5 hours of talk time at one point. But then they come in and say, okay, well, you get unlimited minutes. The problem with that shit was that you needed it because they kept fucking disconnecting you.
That's true.
In the middle of fucking phone calls and shit. So instead of it being the only phone you'll ever need, it ended up being the only phone you'll ever throw.
That's true. It was like the Chinese buffet version of a cell phone.
Yeah, there's always fucking food in the trough at a fucking Chinese buffet.
Right.
Shit. You might go back and it was like, it'd be like going to the Chinese buffet and they fucking come over to you and just as you start to fucking eat some of that chow mein, they take the plate and they just fucking throw that shit on the floor and tell you to go get another plate.
Just get another plate. Fuck it.
So I would go into that shit. And they were so disinterested in helping you. They did not give a fuck, man.
Nah, they didn't want to help.
They didn't want to fucking help at all, dude. And they'd be like, well, just call back.
Nah.
Just call back. And I'm like, what the fuck? That was an important call.
Yeah. No.
That you disconnected me from 15 times.
Yeah. No, back in the day, for sure, nobody gave two shits.
No, but I mean, even now.
Well, and even now. And even now.
Even less now. Well, it's like, what do you want, man? It's free. You know, and then they just well, you're not even paying for it. So what the fuck? So then there's no customer service.
Right.
There's nothing to stand behind because it's like, well, I mean, what do you want? It's your universal lifeline fucking data plan. What the fuck?
That's right.
So, you've got no recourse, really. It's like, well, shit, I guess I gotta take what I can get. So it's like fucking Jim Crow for cell phone plans, man.
Dang.
That's the colored water fountain of fucking cell phone service. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be fucked up, but that's what it is.
I applied for a job at a telecommunications company, Jay.
Okay, that shall remain nameless.
That shall remain nameless. And I went in, and they had me fill out, a couple of forms asking, like, why do you want to work for this company? All this crap. And ultimately, I wound up in an interview sitting across from this guy, really young guy, it looks like he had just completed watching, an episode of or not an episode, but Glenn Ross, always be closing, and coffees for closers, cabrón, just that kind of shit. Yeah. And so he told me what my job responsibility would be in this organization if I got selected, would be to go through and to check, to verify that people that were applying for these phones were not going to get multiple phones. That was a big concern.
How the fuck are you supposed to have your Ruka, your Sancha, your old lady, and your wife if you can't get fucking 4 phones, man?
Right?
Dude, they're always trying to fucking player hate.
Always. Hate. It's just hate, Jay. Nah, but this guy, he was telling me, so this is a little bit of the back office side of the shit. He was telling me that that his organization would actually get recruits to go out to various locations. So I'm sure you've driven past the dollar stores and some of the poorer sides of town. You'll see people out there with these easy ups and a table.
Yeah, fuck yeah, all the time.
They're signing people up and stuff. Well, he was an intermediary, I guess, that would hire those individuals that would go out and set up those posts.
Yeah.
And so his whole thing was he needed to see a certain volume of phones go out daily.
Okay.
And when I asked him, I was like, well, how do you ensure that a certain number of phones go out daily? And he's all, well, we have target, we have goals, and we have sales targets that we're trying to meet. And it's really important that we meet those numbers.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, so what's the criteria then for, getting one of these phones? And he gave me the stock answer. Oh, it's based on income, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, at the end of the interview, I asked him and I said, well, how do we make sure that, a person doesn't have multiple phones, under their name? And he's like, well, what you do is you put in their name, and if it comes up more than once, then we don't allow it. And I'm like, okay, so what if somebody just decides to give you the wrong name or an alternate spelling? How do you check for that? And he just blank face looked at me like, yeah, we don't talk about that.
Oh, yeah, that's like inside baseball. We don't talk about that shit.
And I'm like, so really, you don't so much care. It's just...
You don't care at all.
You just need to make sure that this shit all lines up in the spreadsheet.
Right, exactly. We're running a game here, Eric.
Right?
Would you shut the fuck up?
Oddly enough,
toe the line, Holmes.
Oddly enough, I didn't get that job.
Oh, what a shocker. Yeah, you already asked too many fucking questions, stupid.
Already asked way too many dumbass questions. That's what I get.
Oh, that's what you get, Holmes.
That's what I get for being inquisitive.
What about doctor's offices, man?
All right.
So let's talk about, some motherfuckers go to the doctor. If you're lucky enough and you're well off enough, you go to the doctor. You go to the doctor.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But, then there are those of us who don't go to the doctor.
Yes.
We go to the clinic.
Yes. That's true.
There is a big fucking difference between the doctor and the clinic. The doctor's the clean water fountain.
Oh man.
And the clinic is the fucking dirty ass fucked up water fountain.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go there, man.
Wow, Jay.
I mean, have you been inside some of these motherfucking things?
Yes, I've been to both. And I shop at Western Dental. Damn it.
Damn, dude. Dude, the clinic does not have clean floors. They don't. They have fucked up ass tile like that. VCT flooring that's fucking peeling up.
Some clinics have clean floors, but
it's amazing.
Do. It's amazing that they do because of the number of people sitting in them. So
yeah, true.
A few years back, I had to go. Okay, so I moved, which I do a lot.
But fuck that, man. Hold on. There's a shortage of fucking general practitioners in the state and the U.S., man. Like, doctors' offices are crowded as fuck anyway. Like, they see people. Yeah. So, the high traffic argument, I'm not buying that shit. Like, you can keep your clinic kept up, but I'm not sure that the profit is high enough. I don't know.
I've been to a few clinics, and I mean, yeah, there's some that are a little cleaner than others, but for the most part, I mean,
I don't know.
It's like going to a social services office. I mean, more people, more traffic. It's just, it is what it is. Now, I agree.
I think that's a problem, though. It is what it is. Fuck that shit, man. When the fluorescent bulb is flickering and shit, and the fucking and the so-called doctor comes out and he's wiping his fucking nose with his ungloved hand and shit.
Damn
like,
it.
like,
but enough about the COVID-19 protocols.
Oh man, I'm just saying there's a big difference between the fucking doctor's office and the clinic.
Well, that's true. That's true. I mean, in a traditional doctor's office, a doctor seeing, X number of patients, in a clinic, I mean, they're seeing whoever shows up. They're grinding
them through. Yeah. And they're cranking them through too, man, because they're like, it's pennies on the dollar to fucking take Medi-Cal.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I mean, a lot of clinics too. I mean, especially in like some of the Latino communities down here in Southern Cal, they've got all kinds of elaborate payment plan arrangements. I'm serious.
Yeah.
They'll work with you. They'll help you establish your credit. Who would have thought that going and getting a cavity addressed would help you establish your credit?
Oh fuck! Do they have? Do they allow you to fucking check cash there too and fucking pay your utility bill?
You might be going to a place sooner than later.
I think I'm onto something, man. Oh shit! Go get that fucking get all them silver teeth taken care of, and then pay your fucking light bill,
teeth cleaning, utility bill, and notary.
Fucking SpongeBob piñatas
and balloons. What do you think?
I think it could work.
It could work.
Get in, because we got to diversify, fíjate. All right, so
damn it.
So wait a minute. Okay, do you remember when we used to give out free lunch to the kids at the?
Yeah.
I feel like, dude. I feel like. Have you seen that movie Big Fish? I feel like you and I are like just a big fish story. Like,
I know, right?
What the fuck else have you guys done? Remember when we used to give out free lunch to the kids at the during the after school programs or during the weekend school programs? Yeah.
Do you remember that one creepy little kid that came up to the window, stuck his head in, looked around? Like Spider-Man and shit.
Yeah, he looked like a freaking creature, man, dude. That was fucked up. Yeah, he looked around all suspicious and then he ran off.
And then he ran off. Oh my god.
That was so bizarre.
It was.
You meet all kinds. But what I remember was like they had all these meals, right? They had all these lunches, they're sack lunches.
Yeah.
And God forbid it's like, you do not eat these fucking lunches. They are for the kids. Cool. I get it.
I'm sorry, what?
They're for the kids, these lunches.
Who said that?
The children. The organizers, whoever, bosses were.
I don't remember that. I don't. Did you see that? Did you see that recall? Posted somewhere?
That's what they told us.
Jay, you're breaking up.
The lunches are for the kids. I get that, dude. That's cool. But
I'm sorry, Jay.
Now, first of all, the food they put in these fucking lunches was not nutritious, man. I mean, it was.
Is a bologna sandwich nutritious?
Nitrates. That's good for you. Good. That's good eating.
Lips and asses. Only the best for our low-income children.
And a fucking package of Plumpy Nut or whatever the fuck else, peanut butter jelly bar or whatever anyway, these lunches were not terribly nutritious, is all I'm saying, to begin with. So it's like second-rate fucking lunch even. But it's free, so shut the fuck up, right? It's free.
That's right.
And then but then they would give out an apple too. I remember that. And all the kids would throw away the fucking apple. They did not give a shit about the apple.
ironically, the most nutritious fucking thing in that bag.
Exactly. If they had eaten one of those a day, they might have been able to keep the clinic away.
Right. Absolutely.
So wait a second. So then there would be a fuck ton of lunches left over every day. But now, God forbid, if you're handing that shit out, do not eat the lunches. Fuck you. Those are for the kids. You're just not reading what I'm saying. You're not picking up what I'm putting down here, Eric.
I don't remember that directive, Jay, of not eating the lunches.
So hold up, man. So hold up.
All right.
So you take all the fucked up second-rate lunches at the end of the session, and you fucking count them and throw them away.
Yes.
Don't eat them. They're for the kids. Do not eat them. Yes. You throw them away. It's really important.
Yes.
Now, that's so that they could get a count on like how many lunches to bring out like on any given weekend. The problem is they never adjusted the fucking numbers on the numbers of fucking lunches. They would just continue to bring out the same fucking lunches.
Yep.
And, you continue to throw that shit away. So, anyway.
Yes.
Second rate fucking Jim Crow lunches.
Man.
And you got to throw that shit away.
Good during that job.
Oh, shit, you did?
Oh, I ate
you're
good.
You're good. You're going to get yourself in trouble. I didn't ever eat any of them.
I ate all that shit, and I don't give a fuck. I had sandwiches for breakfast, sandwiches for lunch, sandwiches for dinner.
And you still threw all that shit away.
All that shit.
What about daycare? Have you seen some of these fucking these county daycare facilities and shit?
Yeah.
Like, man, they're not great. They're not great.
You know what? I'll tell you, and I mean, I'm not trying to make anybody feel uncomfortable, give anybody the heebie-jeebies, but I used to work at the police department. I won't say which one, but and I used to look at some of these reports because I used to have to type in like these overflow reports and shit because they got behind. Man, I saw way too much shit happening at fucking daycares of a lifetime. I mean, it's just bad news. I mean, honestly, if I could give anybody any advice, do whatever you can to avoid having somebody else watch your kids if you can.
Oh, shit. Oh, like that?
It's that bad. And I'm not trying to start shit. I'm not trying to make people feel bad, but man, it's bad. It got to the point where I would drive around town, Jay, and I would see certain daycares, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, and this is what happened over here in this fucking daycare. And this is what happened over here in this daycare. It's bad news.
No.
And the hard part is, when you're in a low income kind of situation and you're trying to, keep the balls in the air and you need daycare, you want to trust the people that, you're dropping your kids off with. But man, if you saw some of the shit that I saw, man, you would find an old relative. You would figure out a way to work from home because
Chingo, you can't even trust that shit because everybody's got that fucking child molester uncle and shit.
And even that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's true.
I'm not trying to be fucked up, man. Dude, this conversation got dark.
It is. It's dark, and it makes me feel bad. But I gotta put the word out. I mean,
shit.
I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of people that are like, I run a daycare, and I'm like, well, then you're one of the good ones. And I'm not speaking about you, But I would say this, and I suggest to anybody, before you decide and you put the final rubber stamp on the daycare that you intend to leave your kids at, you call the local police department or you call the sheriff, whatever jurisdiction you're a part of, and you ask to see how many reports have been made on that specific daycare location. And, you know, do your homework.
It's all well and good, man, but I don't fucking trust the police.
Oh, wait, you can't do that anymore because they're defunded. Pues ni modo. Fuck it.
Oh,
damn
you
it.
went there.
I did.
You went there. You had to bring up the fucking hashtag. God damn it.
And you know what? Defunding the police is madness.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's your opinion, man.
That's my opinion. But
that's your opinion.
I think there's some chotas out there that should not be chotas, but they also do a lot of good too. So
I guess.
Sorry.
I guess. All right. Well, that is not a good subject. I don't want to end on that subject. Let's talk about fucking bus tokens, man.
Let's talk about bus tokens. Okay. Okay, bus tokens.
Remember fucking bus tokens? Dude, I stole my mom's bus tokens once, and I used them because they worked in one of the video games. They worked in the Super Mario Brothers video game, and I stole them, and I stole my mom's bus tokens, and I fucking put them in the video games, and I spent all her damn bus money on fucking video games.
No, you didn't. I bet your ass was red for like a week.
It was worse, dude, because she guilted me. She couldn't believe it, first of all. She's since forgotten this. She can't even remember this happened. I do. I remember it like it was yesterday. I felt horrible. Horrible. Dude. I know. For shame.
For
shame. Dude. But those video games, though, they were good.
I know, right?
Yeah,
did you get the extra man? Did you always get the extra man? Did you get the little chinitos to help you get the extra man? Did that ever happen to you?
What the fuck?
At the corner store, Jay?
Yeah, dude. Let me play your man. Let me play a guy.
I'll get you extra lives.
Dude, I'll get you extra lives, and then they just take your fucking quarter.
Right,
and they just play your fucking game. Yeah, right. and then they die, and then they be like, "Well, hey, fuck you." Yeah, you learn certain lessons in the fucking hood, man.
Dude,
like, hey, let me borrow your bike.
Oh no!
It's like fuck that. You're not gonna let me borrow your bike? That's fucked up. You're not gonna let me borrow.
No.
Let me just borrow it. You're not going to let me borrow your bike? That's fucked up.
Damn, man.
That's fucked up. It's like, no, fuck you. I'm not going to let you borrow my bike, you motherfucker. Get out of here.
Well, speaking of shit that you learn in the hood.
Your ass away. Yeah.
Man, you know, that people make jokes about like, oh, I got the cell phone bill or I got the utility bill in my baby's name. Dude, that is a real thing.
Dude, that's serio pedo.
That is serio pedo right there. and then people turn 18 thinking I'm going to go establish my first credit, line.
Yeah, and you're all
They're like, well, unfortunately, there's all these collections under my name and I haven't even started.
Exactly.
Like,
it's worse than starting out with no credit score.
Yeah.
You start in the fucking negatives. You have a negative 380 credit score.
Dang, that is so bad. That happens too. I've seen it, Jay. I've seen it.
Oh, man. How can I be in collections? I just turned my 18th birthday just barely right now already.
Dang.
Like, today's it. Damn it. Dude. Oh, dude, it just gets worse and worse. It's more and more depressing. I'm sorry. I gotta end this shit right here. I'm sorry. That's it. Man. The mariachis are singing, man.
Oh.
We gotta go. It's our time.
But Jay.
Yes. Oh.
You know what, though? But Jake, can I say one thing? One thing.
Go.
You know, I mean, a lot of times I gotta say, you know, growing up in the poor side of town and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, stuff is hard. You know, you deal with free lunch and, you know, creepy ass daycares and free hand-me-down shit. But, you know, you find some really, really good people, you know, that live in these parts of town sometimes. And that's one of the things I always remember about my old ass hood is that, you know, if my grandpa or my grandma needed a jump, you know, to start their car, or they needed, you know, a cup of sugar, or they needed a ride to the doctor, and for whatever reason, you know, there was that sense of like community. There was unity in that, you know, and there was a sense of like, you know, we're all in this together kind of stuff. And, you know, for all the bad shit, you know, there's all kinds of good shit too. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like, oh, it was just so terrible, all this and that, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, I mean, there was a lot of good times too, and all that stuff. But yeah, some of that stuff, I don't know, man.
Well, that's just beautiful, Eric. You just brought a tear to my fucking eye.
I'm just saying.
When in need, look no further than your nearest Mexican. All right, so next week I want to talk about the difference between Mexican with an X and Mexican with a T.
Oh, most Mexicans have X's, Jay.
Yes.
And they don't get along.
No, they don't at all, man.
No.
But until then, man, I'm your host, Jaydog. Thanks for the hilarious and always funny and way to bring a fucking party down. Eric, thanks for joining me again.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
It's Taco Friday. This is Taco Friday podcast. See ya.